Strong.
Like, really? No. Shut up.
Radio Caribbean International. We are number one.
Milano Pale Skin Clarity System. Clear skin is possible.
Acne and problem skin should not be a problem. Milanopeel's medical-grade cosmeceutical and acne-ceutical skincare effectively clears discolorations, melasma, and acne. Visit us to learn more.
Clear skin is possible with Milanopeel.
Get it exclusively in St. Lucia at the Dermalogics Medical Laser and Facial Aesthetic Clinic, located in Rodney Bay at the Providence Medical Center on the same floor as Lusolec.
With outlets from Gros Lake to Soufriere, W-Mart is indeed your community shop, giving you the best prices and widest variety. We've got everything you need: chicken, turkey, beef and pork, saltfish, pigtail, ham, all in stock, delicious franks, nuggets, cheese and fries. Prices you can't beat and quality for sure. With 9 locations island-wide, W-Mart is your one-stop family meat shop. W-Mart, small store, big convenience.
Shop W-Mart.
Oh, I've got this feeling to high-five the sun, dance in the rain, and have my scoop of fun. I'm on my way to flavor my day with something new, and I've got room for you. Let loose and live a little, get close and share a little, give in and taste a little. You'll fall in love with creamery novelties. Love life and live a little, get close and share a little, give in and taste a little. You'll fall in love with creamery novelties.
Enjoy Creamy Novelties Ice Cream, distributed by Ferrens Foods. Live a little.
Not for profit charity, but for service. We can handle your financial business. Alone that you need, they can assist. No other credit union can do it like this. Get your contactless Visa card ASAP. Need some cash, just tap. Online services, download the app. No waiting in line, just tap. Safest way to secure your money. Solutions Workers Credit Union pa eze. Put in workers first, that's what we do. The SLUWCU, yeah.
Côté Nagico, nous ka offert un plan nous ka crié Serenity Plan qui ka permettre ou faire une décision pour couvrir dépenses la mort avec quoi ka l'autre affaire qu'on si ou les payer alone. A nous aider ou assurer ou aller et puis l'honnête. Puis Nagico aujourd'hui pour estimation 458 D300. Nagico Insurances. Fast, fair and always there.
Dream big. Make it your own. Home Sweet gets you any style of home.
Unlock your home's potential with BOSL's Home Flex Equity line of credit. Set up an Airbnb, chase your travel dreams, or start a side hustle. Access up to 80% of your home's value, a $75,000 BOSL Visa credit card, and home improvement discounts. Terms apply. Act now.
BOSL.
Feeling for something special, something good, something tasty, something smooth. When I think about all the flavors I can savor,
I gotta have
Ferrens ice cream.
I wanna have, I need to have a flavor that makes me glad. But the way I feel, it must be Ferrens ice cream. Chocolate coated ice cream bars, creamsicles I gotta have. Give me some fat-free yogurt I need.
Ferrens ice cream. It's so delicious. Ferrens ice cream. Ferrens tastes so good. Ferrens ice cream. Whoa, I gotta have it. 'Cause only the best will do.
Ferrens ice cream, bringing back delicious memories.
St.
St. Lucia. It's time to level up your beauty game. Fenty Beauty and Fenty Skin have officially landed, and we're inviting you to experience the launch at Castries Duty Free on Saturday, June 7th from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. Come, swatch, blend, and glow with the full Fenty Beauty and Fenty Skin lineup, including bold shades, flawless finishes, and products made for every skin tone. Available starting June 7th at Castries Duty Free. Available exclusively at Castries Duty Free La Place Carenage.
Friday, July 18th, Darren Sammy Cricket Ground.
All you put your hands in the air if you love sweet soca music.
Color Me Red.
Somebody say sweet soca music. Oh my gosh. This is the thing to change the world. Watch and sing the words with me. Go. When I'm feeling under the weather, you just make me feel sweet. I take cocoa tea using sugar, and together we are complete. Darling, keep it up. Only you alone can put fire back in the soul.
Early bird tickets are $135. General admission $150. VIP $500.
Color Me Red. Darren Sammy Cricket Ground.
Yo, I could never let you miss how she did. Miss how she did. Can I come in home? I will see you again. Only through these nights I'm dreaming.
Color Me Red.
Put up the fire. Bubbling it, bubbling it, bubbling it over. Crazy.
Friday, July 18th, Darren Sammy Cricket Ground.
Color Me Red. It's your cocoa tea.
Color Me Red tickets are available now at Steve's Barbershop, Radio Caribbean International, The Cell, TM Antoine Partners, Red Team members, and FourCirclesTickets.com. Color Me Red, the greatest love.
And my girl, you know what they say about Fruitsissimos, eh?
Partner, you know what they say about Fruitsissimos?
My girl, you know what they say about Fruitsissimos?
Boy, that Simos makes you score runs, you know.
So what do the experts say about Fruitsissimos? Apart from tasting great, Fruitsissimos is full of natural goodness your body needs. Simos is good for your skin, rich in vitamins and minerals, promotes and improves intimacy, boosts your immune system and lung function, suppresses appetite and increases weight loss, anti-inflammatory, and helps to improve blood count. Simos is rich in nutrients, which boosts your metabolism and increases energy levels, and is grown, harvested, and manufactured right here in the community of Prale.
And that's what they say about Fruitsissimos. Unless you say something else.
Fruitsissimos, you know what they say.
Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon. It is Wednesday, and so you know what that means. It's stress-free Lettre Wednesday with me, your host, Miguel Favre, aka Bootu. Alright, it's good to be here. I'd like to apologize for my inavailability last week, Wednesday. I had to attend a funeral. And once again, sending condolences to the Alexis family of Grosley on the passing of Mrs. Alexis, Mami Kato. Good afternoon to everyone out there listening to tune into 101.5 FM. And today is gonna be another hot day on Lettre. Shouting out Evergreen. Big up my brother Evergreen and staff locked on. The two-shot crew locked in, and the Millet bus drivers. Good afternoon to you. Saying hello to all the bus drivers all around the island. We're starting from Grosley, Moshi, Barbono, Grand Riviere, Corinth, Barbono Union, all areas in Barbono. We're talking about from Kako Plateau. We're going all the way to Forester, Tiroche, Castries, and heading right back down to our Lac Clary drivers. I can't forget you, definitely. I get blasted last time for forgetting to shout out the Lac Clary bus drivers who pass right outside our studios here at RCI. We going down the line. We going to the Mon, Goodland, Cicero. Good afternoon to you. Entrepot Independent City bus drivers. Marsha Rockall Pave. Millet, Chakmel. Good afternoon to all of you. The both Dennery drivers. Heading down south, we're talking about Deriso, Monrepo, Miku, all the drivers there. V4, Auger, Labrie, Larisus, Latuni, Chozel. All the drivers understand lockdown. Locked on to RCI, Soufre, Ancillary, can raise. If I forgot you, make sure you shout us out at 724-0008, our WhatsApp line. And shout out all our people, all our Facebook soldiers here. Good afternoon. Let me check out the Facebook Live and see who we have. Good afternoon, Divine Deterville. Belated birthday greetings, my darling. Oh no, it's not belated birthday greetings. That passed a little while back. I see you rich. Mark Shalmine says, Divine, I there in the background on a jet ski. We waiting to see who wants a ride. I rented this one from Migs. Hey, Mark, we rated E over here. What you eating, Divine? What you eating? Comfort and Bull. Warren James, good afternoon to you. Locked in from Norway. So in love with St. Lucia, he says. My boy Blackman Okulian, good afternoon to you. Hey, Dudu Darling Myron not there to do the Facebook ushering today. He shout out. Who shout? Kelvin Charles. Mark says, I'm wiped out from the Anson Live. I there waiting on the CMOS and enhanced ads to revive me. Ha 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 ha. £1 Hippolyte says Team RCI, and we say, hey, good afternoon to you, my brother. Thanks for always locking in. He say, I'm not shouting nobody today. Let me see. £1 Gasa to me, you and Dudu Darling, my radio official ushers on our Facebook page. Yeah, shout everybody. That fair. Nadia Furley, good afternoon to you, my darling. Always locked on. Morella, good afternoon to you, all the way from Laquamingo in the house and always locked in to Lettre. Saying good afternoon to Tanya, the unofficial guest co-host of Golden Grooves, who is locked in. Good afternoon to you, Tanya. I had a great time last night. And Sharon, good afternoon to you, my darling. Shout out all the financial institutions on the island. We signed Bank of St. Lucia, First Caribbean, I vex with you, but we go talk. First National Bank, Republic Bank, all the offshore banks, all our credit unions, Janu, Labrie, workers, farmers, Elks, our people over at Fix, Cameron and the crew locked on. Good afternoon to all of you. Tara Esber, where are you? Kayla Smith, £1. Blackman, I good. Drama Queen, good afternoon, my darling. What you saying? Team RCI, hey. Folks, remind you that you can send in your shout outs at our WhatsApp line 724-0008 or on our Facebook, the official page of Radio Caribbean International. You can join the conversation there, and I guarantee the conversation is always hot. And when it's time to weigh in on the letter or even share your experiences, which may be similar to whatever letter we read this afternoon, you can call our line 4523046. Our landline, and once again our WhatsApp is 724-0008. Shouting out our utility providers: Digicel, Flow, Lucilec, Wasco. Good afternoon to y'all. Oh boy, £1. That's it, my boy. That is it, my boy. Let's call on our soldiers on Facebook: Laniqua Baptiste, Zara, Shakira Constantine, Shakira Koteo, Philip Philo. Good afternoon to y'all. Sugar Dindins William. Share the live, Missy. Share the live. 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 I share it right now too. So how was your weekend, folks? Tell me how the weekend was. What did y'all get up to? I know there's not much was going over the weekend except for the Calypso tents. I think that's enough to have us talking some bad Calypsos come out this year, boy. Yeah, boy. I heard Tikaro. I heard a bit of Tikaro's song, boy. Amanda Charles, good afternoon to you. Kelvin, boy, you're rich. Team RCI, hey, big up Migs, 1 pound, Black Man, Okuli, and Shakira, and everyone in class. I see I have a voice note there. Let me see if that voice note is not from... Hey, Drama Queen sent us a voice note. You know we have to listen to that. Let's hear what Drama Queen has to say to us today.
Team RCI!
Hey!
Your girl is locked in. Shout out my kids, Josiah, Jaden, Jordan, and Jada. I would like to big up my sister drivers, my Lockwood drivers, and my Grizzly drivers. They always locked in. I would like to send belated birthday greetings to my firstborn. He celebrated his 13th birthday last week Wednesday. Wishing him many, 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 many more birthdays to come. Liza! Miguel, I'm locked in and I'll be listening. Shout out to everybody locked in. Much love, guys.
Yes. Yes, good afternoon to you, my darling Drama Queen boy. I had a lot of shout outs. Wait, to me, it's DJ Play birthday. I walk inside of the studio, I see endless bags around the place. I say happy birthday. Tell me it's DJ Play birthday. I see no drinks, no nothing, no cake, no nothing. So we gotta talk about that play. Unless Maureen hide it from me before I reach in the studio. Good afternoon to you, Winsbert. Northwest is always locked in. Winsbert, Mark, Josh, David, TK, and Yellow. Good afternoon to you. Hey, my baby girl, Nigella Jean-Baptiste, happy birthday, Dudu, happy birthday. Did you find the jet ski? It's all wrapped up outside your door. I know you must have seen it already. Oh, yeah, reach home yet. Amanda, good afternoon to you, my darling. Good afternoon. Mark, you think I would have forget Nigella's birthday? But I didn't get her gift since last night. Remind you folks, the way we do it now is a new format for Lettre due to the inundation of letters. We've had so many letters, we decided to give it a fair chance. We're going to have 3, and we have a randomizer wheel that's going to choose one of the letters, whether it be letter 1, 2, or 3. Well, Sunny, you don't have to shout me. I ain't going to shout you either. I call you when I want. Sandy, you know it's not you I'm waiting for. When Vern come, I go shout you out. Good afternoon to you, Sandy. You're locked in from all the way in the U.S. Boy, it's just amazing how time passing so fast, boy. We just finished celebrating the jazz. As soon as the jazz done, we straight into the Kaiso. I haven't got a chance to catch out none of the tents yet, you know. And I'm a member of TOT. Good afternoon to you, Telson, locked in. Good afternoon to you, my brother. CDC Massive. But Nigella, you tell me if you find the jet ski yet, eh? You reach home already? Just about 10 minutes left before we get into the break, and then we read out that letter. Remind you, send those shout outs to 724-0008. Share the live. Share the live. Lancy Delmar, good afternoon to you. But Lancy, I vex with you, right? I don't even know why I'm telling you good afternoon. You reach down here and you give a man a checkup. It's alright. I go deal with you. My boy Gripper Greg, good afternoon to you, my brother. You have it for me? Do you have it for me? Big up my boy Siobhan Mondesi, says Team RCI. Hey, good afternoon to you, my brother. Always locked in. We have some loyal soldiers here, you know. Or y'all just like drama. Roche Mark, good afternoon to you, locked in on the Facebook Live. I regret to inform you that Empress Isa is not in with us today. She's a little under the weather. So my partner in crime is not with me. But I know she's locked in. I know she'll send us a message. She'll send you all a message. Yeah, boy. Marine is boss. we just get back to our live stream. And remind you folks that Lettre is brought to you by Fruitsy Simos. You know what they say. Hey, Amina Mendes, good afternoon to you, my darling. Good afternoon. Roche, I good. Look at me, they're begging for a strong bow. She says she's swift. Good afternoon to you, Mara. Say, yeah, the bestest program is on. Lettre, big up Team RCI. Hey, RCI to the world. Yeah, right. Radio Caribbean International. Nigella, who you want me to call her today? Nigella says she don't call no one here today. She vexed with them. And it's her birthday, so we give her what we want. What she wants. So, Nigella, who you want me to shout? Y'all ready for your letter? Y'all ready for the letter? Alright, y'all go get the letter. Y'all gonna get the letter. Right after the break. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And my girl, you know what they say about Fruitsy Simos, eh?
Partner, you know what they say about Fruitsy Simos?
My girl, you know what they say about Fruitsy Simos?
Boy, that Simos makes you score runs, you know.
So what do the experts say about Fruitsy Simos? Apart from tasting great, Fruitsy Simos is full of natural goodness your body needs. Simos is good for your skin, rich in vitamins and minerals, promotes and improves intimacy, boosts your immune system and lung function, suppresses appetite and increases weight loss, anti-inflammatory, and helps to improve blood count. Simos is rich in nutrients, which boosts your metabolism and increases energy levels, and is grown, harvested, and manufactured right here in the community of Prale.
And that's what they say about Fruitsy Simos. Unless you say something else.
Fruitsy Simos, you know what they say.
Winners Chow-Mein, the preferred choice, offers quality regular chow-mein and a variety of flavors, including carrot, spinach, beetroot, split pea, lentils, and whole wheat, all made from fresh ingredients. Also, try our ready cut and elbow macaroni made from 100% garam wheat semolina with no additives. The health choice. Our products cook totally al dente. It's the choice of every kitchen. Available at all leading supermarkets and other locations island-wide. Man, choose Winners, the ultimate difference.
Don't miss out on your chance of becoming $240,000 richer with Super 6. But you have to be in it to win it. Get your tickets today.
Celebrate Father's Day the Stag Way. Buy 2 bottles of Stag beer at any Massey stores or other participating outlets for a chance to win a barbecue grill and ultimate backyard barbecue kit. Plus $150 Food Express grocery voucher. Stag, grab a cold one to qualify. Write your name and number at the back of your receipt and place it into the drop boxes provided. Promotion runs from May 26 until June 15, 2025. Promotion is approved by the National Lotteries Authority of St. Lucia. Stag is distributed by Blue Water St. Lucia Limited.
Janu, what you say? I'm getting my own top ride.
The Janu Credit Union will make that dream ride a reality today. Whether you're buying a used car or that new ride, Janu gives you reduced interest rates, an extended repayment period, and will finance your vehicle insurance. Apply today. No more begging for a ride.
Motoda, Janu top ride.
50 years and still standing strong. Supporting St. Lucia for so long. From pre-independence till today, the brewery is here to stay. From Crossy Lane up to Beaufort Town, we've been holding it down. Through the highs and the lows, we always there. It's a celebration, oh yeah. Who bring the vibes? The brewery, drinks so nice. The brewery, a legacy brew, the future inspired. Cheers to the brewery. Who bring the vibes? The brewery, drinks so nice. The brewery, a legacy brew, the future inspired. Cheers to the brewery. Oh, oh. Cheers to 50 years of the brewery. Oh, oh. Heineken St. Lucia Limited.
With Smart Submit, say goodbye to the hassle and hello to convenience. Don't waste time on risk errors submitting C3 forms to the NIC. Go online. Submit your NIC C3 forms from anywhere at any time. It's simple, convenient, and secure. Smart Submit is the smart choice. Still doing it the old way? Maybe it's time to wake up. Make the smart choice with Smart Submit, the smarter way to submit your C3 form. Visit us online at www.stlucianic.org for more information. NIC, for the benefit of us all.
Oh man, just my luck. I can't get to the airport in time now to pick up the mother-in-law. She gonna mess me up.
James had one job. Get there. But it looks like his battery life was low. And now his mother-in-law is going to have every reason to let her daughter know just how unreliable James is. She'll never let him live this one down. Ever. Don't be like James. Make sure you get where you need to with the all-new Maximo battery. Available island-wide at all automotive art stores and leading gas stations and part shops. The all-new Maximo battery now comes with an up to 2-year full replacement warranty for installation and free maintenance check at Automotive Art. The all-new Maximo battery. Get there.
Are you ready? Are you ready? I remind you folks, the ground rules, we are to keep it clean. This show is rated E for everyone. We have parents who picked up their children from school listening to RCI right now. We have bus drivers transporting young ones and the older ones, and others whose ears are sensitive to anything that is not rated for E for everyone. So this is how we're going to do it. We're going to keep your comments respectful. We can agree to disagree. And when you're ready to weigh in on the letter, you could send a message to our WhatsApp on 724-0008. You could call our WhatsApp, which is preferably call, or you can call our landline 4523046. And of course, you can join the conversation on the Facebook Live, the official page of Radio Caribbean International. So like I said, the way we're going to do it, we have the randomizer here, and there are three letters. And the wheel has letter 1, 2, and 3 on it, and it is going to spin, and from there we are going to choose our letter. So we are about to spin right now. And we've got letter 2. Letter 2. Let's find that letter number 2. All right. Let me say good afternoon to 2 more people. My brother Destiny Man, good afternoon. You are locked into RCI as always. And Lysander Regis on the Facebook Live. And here goes the letter. All right. And for those of you on the Facebook Live, I'm going to also pin that letter to our chat once I'm done reading. All right, here goes. Migs, sometimes I feel like no matter what you do, people that's already make up their mind about you. I know that, yeah? I've been with this woman for almost 5 years. We don't live together, but we close. I there almost every day, and her family knows me well. Her mother even called me son. Things start off sweet. We were solid, real laughs, real support. She know how to hold me down. I'm not going to lie. I try to be there too. I help raise her little boy like he's mine. I go to parent meetings. I help with school fees. But I'm not perfect. I had moments where I pull back. Not because I was cheating or disrespecting her. I hear you. But I go in through my own stress, work hard, bills high, and sometimes I just want to breathe. I'm not the type that talks feelings all the time, so maybe I made it look like I didn't care. But I was still there, still showing up, still putting food on the table. She, on the other hand, started changing. First, it's less phone calls. Then I notice she always busy. We don't link like before. Even when I'm around, her energy different. I ask her straight up, something wrong with us? She says she just overwhelmed, work, the child, life. So I try to give her space. But that space start to feel like a goodbye in slow motion. Migs, tell me how she start locking her phone. Tell me why when I call it going straight to voicemail, then she message hours later saying, sorry, I was in a meeting. I have a brethren who swear he see her at La Place car park late one night, sitting in a car with a man. I don't want to believe it. But too many little things adding up. I bring it up once, calm, and she flip. She say I insecure, I paranoid, and if I want to go, I free to leave. So now I stuck between two things. Do I walk away from a woman I still love just because she changing? Or do I accept that maybe I wasn't showing love the way she needed and now somebody else filling that gap? I know I could have done more, but I wasn't gone. I was still there. I'm going to read that letter one more time before we get into the comments. It says, Migs, sometimes I feel like no matter what you do, people does already make up their mind about you. I've been with this woman for almost 5 years. We don't live together, but we close. I there almost every day, and her family know me well. Her mother even called me son. Things start off sweet. We were solid, real laughs, real support. She know how to hold me down, and I'm not going to lie. I try to be there too. I help raise her little boy like he's mine. I go to parent meetings. I help with school fees. But I'm not perfect. I had moments where I pull back, not because I was cheating or disrespecting her, but I go in through my own stress, work hard, bills high, and sometimes I just want to breathe. I'm not the type that talks feelings all the time, so maybe I made it look like I didn't care. But I was still there, still showing up, still putting food on the table. She, on the other hand, started changing. First, it's less phone calls. Then I notice she always busy. We don't link like before. Even when I'm around, her energy different. I ask her straight up, something wrong with us? She says she just overwhelmed, work, the child, life. So I try to give her peace. Space. But that space start to feel like a goodbye. Lost for a second, 1 second. Oh yeah. But that space start to feel like a goodbye in slow motion. Migs, tell me how she start locking her phone. Tell me why when I call it going straight to voicemail. Then she message hours later saying, sorry, I was in a meeting. I have a brethren who swear he see her at La Place car park late one night sitting in a car. Now where? Anyway, sitting in a car with a man. I don't want to believe it, but too many little things adding up. I bring it up once, calm, and she flip. Say I insecure, I paranoid, and if I want to go, I free to leave. So now I stuck between two things. Do I walk away from a woman I still love just because she changing? Do I walk away from a woman I still love just because she changing? Or do I accept that I maybe wasn't showing up or do I accept that I maybe wasn't showing love the way she needed, and now somebody else filling that gap? I know I could have done more, but I wasn't gone. I was still here. All right, folks, reminding you, and those of you on our Facebook Live, I'm posting the letter again and I'm pinning it so that you can actually take a look at it without saying every 5 minutes, read the letter again. And remind you, folks, you can call our landline at 4523046 or the WhatsApp at 724-0008. And you can join our Facebook Live. Let me just save that letter there so I can get it and I can pin it and stuff. All right, folks. So tell me what you think about that letter. I see. So Nigella, let me see that. Nigella says diamonds are forever. Divine says she came from buying jewelry a whole day. 1 pound says a little again. I say that's my letter E. Doodoo darling Myro, I'm guessing sis got someone else to give enough attention. Cause don't tell me you have your person and you just start acting weird. I agree. Kelvin says, oh boy, you didn't see it yet, but you was never the one. You in the helper category. Kelvin, you have to explain that by the helper category. Divine says, always trust your gut feeling. And Doodoo Darling says, TV attention is the sweetest. And I just say your money end and it's somebody else's turn. All right, somebody says, communication is a two-way thing. Both of you cannot be going through the motions while leaving each other to fill in the awkwardness and silence with assumptions. Writer, talk to her and check on your business. If you both don't want to put in the effort, please part amicably. One thing, you that contributor, you're always looking for amicably. Every week on the amicable. It's not always amicable, you know. Someone says she cheating. She cheating. Y'all believe that? Y'all believe she cheating? I don't know if she cheating. Maybe she has a lot going on with her. I am making excuses, but you know. All right, folks. So reminding you that Lettre is brought to you by Fruitsy CMOS. You know what they say. We're going to get back into the letter and your comments after this break.
And my girl, you know what they say about Fruitsy CMOS, eh?
Partner, you know what they say about Fruitsy CMOS?
My girl, you know what they say about Fruitsy CMOS?
Boy, that CMOS makes me score runs, you know.
So what do the experts say about Fruitsy CMOS? Apart from tasting great, Fruitsy CMOS is full of natural goodness your body needs. CMOS is good for your skin, rich in vitamins and minerals, promotes and improves intimacy, boosts your immune system and lung function, suppresses appetite and increases weight loss, anti-inflammatory, and helps to improve blood count. CMOS is rich in nutrients, which boosts your metabolism and increases energy levels, and is grown, harvested, and manufactured right here in the community of Prowler.
And that's what they say about Fruitsy CMOS. Unless you say something else.
Fruitsy CMOS, you know what they say.
We're back! Vava Central! Music, the happenings, interviews, and all aspects of Carnival. Vava Central! Yeah! Vava Central! 8 to 9:30 a.m. Monday to Friday with Teddy Francis and Timasian. Vava Central beginning mid-19 on the Caribbean Sound. Sponsored by the Carnival Planning and Management Committee, the Carnival Music Management Committee, Harris Paints, the Computer Store, Quartz, Bringing Value Hall, Grace, Tropical Rhythms Juices, and Creamery Novelties. Papa Central, yeah! Sounds connected. Calypso tent with the Carnival Music Management Committee and the Carnival Planning and Management Committee present Long Live Kaiser Tent Show, Saturday, June 7th at the NCC. Showtime 8:30 p.m. Admission $25 at the door. Featuring 4-time Calypso Mona, Minal, Danka Fontelio, Oshun, King Kakal, Mahendra, Kamshan, Lushan, and more. MCs Donoville and Mr. Legacy, Backup Band, the South All-Stars, South Calypso Tent, Long Live Kaiser Tent Show, Saturday, June 7th at the NCC. Sponsored by Lucilect, Southern Taxi Association, Bounty Rum, and Pierre Marcel. Anakin Limited, drink responsibly. Caribbean Grains, Peter and Company Auto, Jason and Alton Mundesi, Lance, Lay, Forest Springs, and Michelle's Electrical. No unauthorized vendors allowed. This event is licensed by Echo.
Fresh styles just arrived at Access at Baywalk Mall. Your wardrobe upgrade starts here. From chic jeans and linen pants to flirty floral dresses, rompers, and stylish fashion sets, we've got everything you need. Rock brunch wear, sleek bodysuits, and stunning bodycon dresses in all sizes, including our 1+ size collection. Complete your look with must-have straw handbags and office bags. Find us at Access at Baywalk Mall for the moments that matter.
With outlets from Gros Lake to Soufriere, W-Mart is indeed your community shop. Giving you the best prices and widest variety. We've got everything you need. Chicken, turkey, beef and pork, saltfish, pigtail, ham, all in stock. Delicious franks, nuggets, cheese and fries. Prices you can't beat and quality for sure. With 9 locations island-wide, W-Mart is your one-stop family meat shop. W-Mart, small store, big convenience. Shop. W-Mart, W-Mart, W-Mart.
And we're back with Lettre, boy. Somebody then message me and say, boy, that letter don't have enough spice for some people. But we have some spicy comments there on the Facebook Live. All right, someone says, I will say to him, if he loves her, make time for her. Maybe the other guy is spending more time with her. Communication is key to a relationship. Silence will not work. Talk to one another. Contributor, he said that he did bring it up, so I suppose that she was not willing to have that conversation. Let's see what the Facebook Live says. All right. Night, Lord, boy, one thing, boy, y'all something else. All right, so Nigella says meet and greet. £1 says, look, meetings that woman is having. What type of work she doing? So Irene says she is returning his same energy. He is not giving her attention. She's doing the same and seeking it elsewhere. Mark says, the woman said she had a meeting. Now I think she lied there, because if she in a car, she meeting. If she at work, she meeting. Nigella says, I believe ants are ready in mate sugar pot air. Another man in his kitchen bubbling a booyah. And Dudu says, they need to come together and try to work things out if they want to still be together. Natalie James, good afternoon to you, my darling. You say, if you leave your woman unattended, someone will steal your spot. Not necessarily the case, but yeah, it happens. And your man too. But I have 1-2 questions. You think that he had checked out emotionally already and only now realizing what he had? You don't know what they say. You don't know what you got till it's gone. And if she stopped trying, was it because he made her feel unappreciated, or there's something deeper to that? And locking her phone and disappearing, is it a red flag or just her needing space? Because he said that he gave her space. He realized he gave her a little bit of space, but then apparently that space has only widened and widened and widened. And I will read that letter one more time for those of you just joined us. We just got a message again to read that letter again. So I'll read it one more time, just to satisfy our listeners and see if we could get some insight from them. It says, Meg, sometimes I feel like no matter what you do, people has already make up their mind about you. I've been with this woman for almost 5 years. We don't live together, but we close. I there almost every day, and her family know me well. Her mother even called me son. Things start off sweet. We were solid, real laughs, real support. She know how to hold me down. I'm not going to lie. I try to be there too. I help raise her little boy like he's mine. I go to parent meetings. I help with school fees. But I'm not perfect. I had moments where I pull back. Not because I was cheating or disrespecting her. But I go in through my own stress. Work hard. Bills high. And sometimes I just want to breathe. I'm not the type that talks feelings all the time. So maybe I made it look like I didn't care. But I was still there, still showing up, still putting food on the table. She, on the other hand, starts changing. First, it's less phone calls. Then I notice she always busy. We don't link like before. Even when I around her, energy different. I ask her straight up, something wrong with us? She says she just overwhelmed. Work, child, the life. So I tried to give her space. But that space started to feel like a goodbye in slow motion. Migs, tell me how she started locking her phone. Well, she put a code on it, of course. Tell me why when I call it going straight to voicemail, then she messaged hours later saying, sorry, I was in a meeting. I have a brethren who swear he see her at La Place car park late one night sitting in a car with a man. I don't want to believe it, but too many little things adding up. I bring it up once, calm, and she flip. She say I insecure, I paranoid, and if I want to go, I free to leave. So now I'm stuck between two things. Do I walk away from a woman I still love just because she changing? Or do I accept that I maybe wasn't showing love the way she needed and somebody else is filling that gap? I know I could have done more, but I wasn't gone. I was still there. And Misty Floyd says, men never like to share their feelings. She just match his energy. I'll disagree with you there a bit. Mark says, she not listening. I think she on a jet ski. Mark, Stephanie. Look at what Stephanie. They say Stephanie on a jet ski. Remind you folks that you can call the WhatsApp line 724-0008 or our landline 4523046, and you can join the Facebook Live. Divine says she listening. The jet ski have radio. Alright, Black Manukulian says they both at fault. Lack of communication is the reason for this, and communication seems to be the overarching or the predominant theme there when it comes to our contributors weighing in on this matter. But let me ask you, was she wrong for flipping out when he calmly brought up his concerns? He says that he did it calmly, but should she have flipped out? Should she have discussed it, had that discussion, or is the flipping out a sign of guilt? Black Maniculian says, I disagree. Are men given a safe place to share their emotions without being judged? Well, they called friends, They called friends. And who broke up the relationship first? Was it him by quote unquote neglect, or was it her by her distance? Let me hear from y'all. Anybody be in that situation? And how do you just walk away? Do you have a discussion and say, hey, you know what, this and that was the case? To me, every week we come here, we have to talk about that. It's about communicating, and just if you have an issue, just say, hey, this is the issue, and see how it works out. Now, left for me, if you were to ask how do I see that situation, and I agree with contributors that say that they may both be at fault. And again, that word comes again, communication. If you have an issue and you figure she's being distant, or even when he himself was being distant in the first place, you just state to her, hey, you know, I'm going through something, I'll need a little space, but that doesn't mean I love you any less, and whatever. So maybe that her reaction was her behavior, was in reaction to what she believed that she was getting from him. Natalie says he neglected her first because of stress and bills he mentioned. Black Man Ukilian says her reaction justifies his suspicions. Maybe it does. Maybe it doesn't. You know, sometimes we get caught up in our own lives, and as much as it's not the ideal thing, our relationships are sometimes suffer. Maybe for that brief moment when we're caught up dealing with the other stresses that life throws at us. But let me tell you, y'all ever been in something where you're giving everything you can, but it's still not enough? I mean, men, you ever feel that way? I don't talk about money per se, but I'm talking about emotional investment and those other types of investments that is expected from a normal relationship, or at least a relationship where you love the person. 1 Pound says, on a serious note, we need somebody or a company where men can go to talk, vent, where no judgments. I don't know. I think that even that is overblown in terms of men not being able to talk. Your support system, your own personal support system should be able to provide that role. I mean, I don't think I have that issue, and I don't think my friends in my inner circle have that issue when it comes to, you have a gripe or concern about something. We share freely. I'm not sure about this whole, I guess, societal expectations about men having to be all strong and powerful and silent and that kind of thing. But I don't really think it is the case now in this day and age. I think people do speak openly. Men do speak openly about the issues affecting them. Maybe some more than others, and maybe about certain other things more than the others. But I do believe it happens. Fellas, you ever watch a woman slip away and only realize that when it's too late? And women, how do you ask for more without sounding like you're complaining? Someone says, someone said, we already said so. All right, so women by nature are emotional beings. Men aren't. And that is true. You'd find a woman would be quicker to react to a situation with a little more emotion than a man would. And again, sometimes the societal expectations be the strong, silent type. But I don't think in this day and age it's much of a problem. Alright, folks, so reminding you again at 724-0008, you can weigh in, and when I come back, we'll read the letter one more time. But I know that letter is spicy enough for some of you, like someone just said, like someone just said a while ago. Lucians like all the drama and who cheating and who suspicious, which made that in the mix, and whose cousin and best friend it is. But Blackman says, but if you're a woman in a car park so late and she isn't answering your calls, then brother, she was taking some driving lessons. Well, Lucian's air easy at all. And for true, when a man says that he's there, however the man says that he is there, he was there. Was he really there? Does being there physically mean that you are there? Are you providing the emotional support that she needs? Apart from just, taking the son to school and feed. I mean, that in itself is a very noble gesture. A noble gesture on a man's part. And if you love the woman, obviously you're going to have to accept everything that she comes with. But just saying being there physically, being at home there, because does it really mean that you are present? If you're not present mentally, are you really present? And my boy Gripper says, Migs, on a serious note, it doesn't matter what you do mentally, physically, financially, or in any way. Women are never fully happy, and they always have the guy waiting for you to slip to take advantage of the situation. Instead of working together, they always have a counselor. Let me read that again. Migs, on a serious note, it doesn't matter what you do mentally, physically, financially, or in any way. Women are never fully happy, and they always have that guy waiting for you to slip to take advantage of the situation. That's the last part. Yeah, you're definitely right about that. It says, instead of working together, they always have a counselor. KKS Nat says, the problem nowadays is when a woman expresses herself to a man, they take it as nagging. Men don't listen. KK, that's not the problem nowadays. That was a problem before. We don't do that anymore. Kevin Charles, when she finished going home to a man with her riding. Anyway, guys, keep it E. Keep it E. Max says, what type of car does he have? Auto or stick shift? All right, Radio Lettre is brought to you by Fruit CC Moss. You're going to take a short break and get right back into Lettre.
And my girl, you know what they say about Fruit CC Moss, eh?
Partner, you know what they say about Fruit CC Moss?
My girl, you know what they say about Fruit CC Moss?
Boy, that CC makes me score runs, you know.
So what do the experts say about Fruit CC Moss? Apart from tasting great, Fruit CC Moss is full of natural goodness your body needs. Sea moss is good for your skin, rich in vitamins and minerals, promotes and improves intimacy, boosts your immune system and lung function, suppresses appetite and increases weight loss, anti-inflammatory, and helps to improve blood count. Sea moss is rich in nutrients, which boosts your metabolism and increases energy levels, and is grown, harvested, and manufactured right here in the community of Prale.
And that's what they say about Fruit CC Moss. Unless you say something else.
Fruit CC Moss. You know what they say.
Tropical rhythms. Join the rhythm. Distributed in St. Lucia by Acado Limited.
On Saturday, June 14th at the Pavilion in Rodney Bay, join Hollywood HP for a once-in-a-lifetime celebration as we journey through 25 years behind the decks and 15 years on stage as an artist.
We back on the road.
Hollywood. It's Hollywood's house.
If you're rolling with me,
June 14th, relive the vibes with timeless tracks. Hollywood's house. It's the biggest house party to hit St. Lucia. Get ready to dance, reminisce, and create new memories. Tickets are $80. VIP pay $200. Available at Cell Outlets and Four Circles online. Be part of the biggest house party. Hollywood's house. On Saturday, June 14th from 8 p.m. at the Pavilion in Rodney Bay.
St. Lucia, it's time to level up your beauty game. Fenty Beauty and Fenty Skin have officially landed, and we're inviting you to experience the launch at Castries Duty Free on Saturday, June 7th from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. Come, swatch, blend, and glow with the full Fenty Beauty and Fenty Skin lineup, including bold shades, flawless finishes, and products made for every skin tone. Available starting June 7th at Castries Duty Free. Available exclusively at Castries Duty Free La Place Carenage.
Fresh styles just arrived at Access at Baywalk Mall. Your wardrobe upgrade starts here. From chic jeans and linen pants to flirty floral dresses, rompers, and stylish fashion sets, we've got everything you need. Rock brunch wear, sleek bodysuits, and stunning bodycon dresses in all sizes, including our 1+ size collection. Complete your look with must-have straw handbags and office bags. Find us at Access at Baywalk Mall for the moments that matter.
It's the National Primary Schools Calypso and Soca competition. June 5th from 9:30 a.m. at the Mindu Phillip Park. A day of fun and entertainment for the entire family. Tickets are $20 for adults and $10 for children. Don't miss this celebration of youth, talent, and Lucian Carnival spirit. June 5th from 9:30 a.m. Feel the vibes, embody the spirit. Lucian Carnival, nothing sweeter than that.
All right, we're back. We are back with Lettre. So, Misty Floyd says, remember they're not living together. When you don't communicate properly, it leads to the woman feeling like you don't want her. We women need attention and care. And what do men need, Misty? Please tell us. Call and tell us what men need. Y'all need attention and care. What do we need? For you to say that you were there, she needed to feel like you were there. Maybe you made her feel single. But here's the question. Is it the man who still loves her, or is he just missing the comfort? And the bigger question, does giving space kill relationships more than arguments ever do? Good afternoon to Sharina St. Clair. Thank you for joining us here on Lettre on the Facebook Live. Mind you, folks, you could call 4523046, our line with your contributions, and our WhatsApp live 724-0008. Weighing on the letter. And that is true, Greg. Why is it that a woman always have a counselor? They always have a relationship problem, and their counselor is always another man. And it looks like we have a call on the WhatsApp. Let me see that. RCI, good afternoon. Lettre. Hello. Call. Looks like your audio has an issue. You'll have to give us a call back. Hello. All right. Black man says a counselor, physical trainer, aka the side man. Natalie says giving space don't necessarily kill relationships. Sometimes it strengthens it and makes you see what you have is better than what's outside. The grass isn't always greener on the other side. WhatsApp caller, good thing to call back. You could call back. We're waiting on you. And Greg says, yeah, Mix, good thing you said that. I needed to comment on that giving space thing. That's one of the most dangerous things in a relationship. Space to cheat, space to break up, space to do many things, especially when they ask for it. What do you say, guys? That's true? Ladies, that's true? You think space is one of the most dangerous things in a relationship? I tend to agree. Tanya says space equals clarity, equals you realize you are overly attached, equals walking away and preserving your peace. SHIT happens, start all over again. Let me read that one more time. Tanya says space equals clarity, equals you realize you are overly attached, equals walking away and preserving your peace. SHIT happens, start all over again. What an equation. And One Bound says the reason we don't share our feelings is that most times when we do something, women send it back in our face. Kelvin says, I think he wasn't ready for a relationship like that. She wasn't ready for a relationship like that. She was weighing her options, and there was always a backup plan. I think the space thing, situation by situation, but whenever someone says they want space, especially a woman, she ain't coming back. That's outer space. Outer there. A man may say it and really want the space sometimes, but he just want a little break most times. When a woman wants space, what she really means is outer space. Outer there. And we have a call on the WhatsApp. And we have a WhatsApp call. Is that the same caller? Oh, good afternoon, Lettre. Oh, that lost that caller again. All right. Contributor says, when a woman asks you for space, she has already checked out. Tell her you know she is cheating. If you're okay with that, then try to make amends. If not, then don't say anything. Just move on with your life. All right. Our WhatsApp call. We have a call coming in, but I can't seem to get it right on the Facebook. On the what? On the. Let me try to call that caller back. I'm going to try to call you back. Good afternoon, Lettre.
Miguel.
Yes, my brother. Sorry, but we've been having some issues there with the WhatsApp. Talk to me.
So anytime you hear a woman ask for space, they have somebody else.
And that's a hard and fast rule.
That is something I've gone through. And I tell you, once you see they ask for space or they want time for themselves, it's somebody else.
What would make you think so?
What make me think so? But I tell you, I've gone through it already.
Yeah, okay. All right. So that's the standard. When a woman says she wants space, that's the end of it. I agree with you. Outer space.
That's the end of it. But you see they asking for space or they want time for themselves or they want to do them, they want to do me. That means the gun is somebody else out there already.
Now you know you say that. I notice a trend with women nowadays, especially on social media. They posting some story and a story at one of their Facebook stories and in some outfit and they put doing me or being me, doing me, and they have a big inner relationship on their as their status. So that's a new trend. I want space to do me.
To do me, yeah. It's somebody else they're talking to.
So it's not themselves they're doing this, unless they have somebody named me and they're doing that person.
Okay, all right. But I tell you, buddy, I've been down the road.
So,
and that is the same thing. The person tell me they want space, they want time for themselves, they want to do them, and at the end of the day, it's somebody else that was there.
All right. So what? Look, someone just comment. Someone says, right. On our WhatsApp, let me just go to it. I saw it pop up. It says, hi guys, wanting space doesn't mean the end. Sometimes you just want your partner to make the changes to improve on your marriage or relationship, especially if your spouse is being disrespectful. I took my space for peace of mind from a toxic relationship. There was no cheating involved. What say you, my brother?
But if the relationship is toxic, right? That means you want to move on. Do your thing.
You want to move on? Well, she says it is space for peace of mind, but she didn't say. You didn't say whether you went back into the relationship. But my friend, the person who wrote, and someone else says, in regards to space, women check out mentally months before we leave or ask for space, and that's from a woman.
Let me tell you, when you see they ask for space, they leave us a long time already. You know what I mean? I know that, you know.
Yeah, that's what she says. Women check out mentally months before we ask for space. We leave or ask for space, and that's true. That's true. A woman doesn't just walk out just like that. Oh, and the writer earlier says she did go back. I don't know if she's still there, but she went back. So I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know.
Right, well,
so my your advice for the writer there?
You run for the hills.
Tsunami drill. Okay, my brother. Run for the hills. All right, my brother. But you don't think you don't think? Let me ask you quickly. He said that he started being kind of distant in a sense. Do you think that may have precipitated the whole distance from the woman?
Well, something not right somewhere there. Maybe you had check vibes already.
Maybe I check vibes already. Tell. Yeah, all right, caller. Thank you very much, very much. All right, take it easy. We have another caller coming in. Caller, you were just making the call, calling us on WhatsApp there. Let's give you a call back. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
How are you, darling?
I'm cool. Mika, you're taking my responsibility personally. I'm not. It's not about
who said I take it personal. Women. Who said I take it personal?
Yeah, you're doing that. But anyway,
it's always men against
women.
What
I'm saying is it's like it's a man against woman thing. It's not that. The thing about relationships that I have found, men don't talk enough about how they feel about things. Okay. So when he started to feel like he knew, you see, all of the problems he had, he knows the answers to all his problems because he knows all the things that he did, or I wouldn't say wrong, but the mistakes he made, right? So if he knew that he was stressed out and then he wasn't spending time, he should have felt, if you're really close to your partner and y'all have a good relationship, you're going to feel the disconnect. Both of you should feel it, right? And if you don't feel it, there's an issue there. He should have said to his girlfriend, sweetheart, I know you know that, and men don't like to be nice. Like, you'll always feel like you'll have to be like hard and and it's a front that I find Russian men do a lot.
If a man
he should have called her and said to her,
if a man ain't hard,
yeah, they're like, y'all kind of, well, okay, like y'all don't want to be a boy, or y'all don't want to show that y'all too soft, like, y'all have to be silent and strong. He could have called her and said to her, sweetheart, or go see her, or do something nice and say, darling, I haven't been around, but I'm just stressed out, and and maybe that would have sustained whatever, she would have understood, because what could have happened, maybe she felt the disconnect. And then some women, depending on the type of woman you have, some women like to match energy. They don't want to chase you, they don't want to call you and cry.
Hey, men like to match energy too, eh?
Huh?
Men like to match energy too, eh?
Well, yeah, but I'm just saying she wasn't the one that initiated or that was distant. He was the one that was distant first, you understand? So maybe she decided, he's being distant, and then she just was watching to see how he would have behaved, and maybe she herself made the assumption he had somebody else too, because that's just the culture that they have now. So it's just a lot of miscommunication and not telling. So the thing I would tell not only the writer, men, you'll have to learn to speak about how you feel, and telling somebody that you love, especially if you love the person, what you're going through, it would help your relationship a bit more. You understand?
Right.
Now, the assumption, too many, he cannot assume that she's cheating. It could just be, even if, and now one of the callers said that, women always have some male friend. Yeah, you always have a male friend that probably like you and you're talking to them, but the person you really love is the person that you're with most of the time. You understand? So the man just has to, if you love your person, and it doesn't even have to mean that she really has anything with the guy. The guy is probably just, whoever it is, maybe just talk to her. You understand? So then also there's a disconnect because they don't live together. So all of that might be contributing towards what's happening. So he has to sit down with his girlfriend, and if he really loves her, tell her he loves her, and work on the things, and maybe this whole thing will bring them closer. You understand? He shouldn't make so many assumptions. I think that they just need to communicate. That's my advice.
So can I tell you how I feel?
Yes, tell me how you feel.
I'm offended that you think I took your thing personally.
Okay, well, I'm sorry for saying that.
All right, so someone says, Tanya says, oh, darling, men do talk, but not to their partner. She says,
Okay, you see?
enough men come crying to their work wives about their home wives. About their home wives. And someone says, Natalie says, that letter isn't spicy enough, so there is not much to say about the situation. It's a normal situation between regular people in relationships. Do you agree? I mean, it may not be spicy enough, but do you think it's just a normal situation every day?
I think that, I think it happens all the time. And you see that thing about the commenter that said that men only talk to their work wives or they talk to other people. I quite 100% agree, because it's the same thing. I always went through a situation like that where I was with somebody and the person had issues or they thought certain things had happened, and or even good things that they thought about me and felt about me, they never told me. They told everybody else and I didn't know. That's why I'm saying that men have to learn to communicate, especially like it's easier for them to say the things they don't like and quarrel, but it's not easy to admit when you all care about someone, you all truly love someone. It's easy. You all don't really want to tell the other person that, and I don't know why you all do that.
Well, my partner Blackman say, caller, as soon as the man open up to y'all, some of y'all calling them soft or Shadell Mall.
Well, that's not true. Not all of us does do that. Not all of that is done. Open up to me, tell me you love me so I can know my man loves me. But if I don't know, what am I supposed to do?
All right. Okay, all right. Thank you for calling. We have a call on the landline. Good afternoon, RCI. Welcome to Lettre. Hello.
Yeah, Miguel.
Yes, my brother. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Talk to me.
So yeah, this woman has checked out. She's gone.
Mm.
The reality is, we can speculate as much as we want as to why she has gotten to this point, but 99% of the time, when a woman says, "I need space," it is because she is stepping out the door. She's done. She's had enough. And for a lot of women, it would have gone. She would have warned him directly and indirectly, but he didn't see it.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that he should cut his losses and move on. That's not a relationship he wants to go back in, especially if she's seeing someone else.
I quite agree with you. I actually quite agree with you. If you see from that woman reaches a point of I want space, I don't think that's a point for you to push for anything further. But interestingly, you heard me read a comment from a contributor earlier, and let me get back to it because I did ask for an update. She says she was the one who said, "Oh boy, WhatsApp seems to be going crazy this afternoon." There. All right. She says, guys, wanting space doesn't mean the end. Sometimes you just want your partner to make the changes to improve on your marriage or relationship, especially if your spouse is being disrespectful. I took my space for a peace of mind from a toxic relationship. There was no cheating involved. And she says, I did go back. I said, did you stay? She said, we are still together and we also went to counseling. So this may or may not be a one-off situation or in the minority. But what do you think? You think it's possible that a woman saying she wants space just for the mere reason that she wants space is entirely possible and the norm?
Well, there's always an exception to the rule, right? But if you're going to make a business decision, for example, are you going to make the decision based on a low percentage possibility or a high percentage possibility?
No, you reduce your risk as much as possible.
Exactly. So, and if, according to the letter, she never told him, why she needed space, really.
Mm-hmm.
She just made up something from what it seems like, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then she is not, her phone is always off all of a sudden. I mean, who puts their phone off to go to a meeting? Nobody does. You put your phone on silent, right? And also, if you never locked your phone before, why are you locking your phone now? If that was never an issue.
Yeah.
You know, these are signs you have to take into consideration. You can't just see those signs and say, oh, that's nothing. You know, these are things that will make a man or woman, if they see those changes, have a hard time to sleep.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And I don't want to be the judge of how quick persons should move with relationships. But 5 years and you're still not living together, it shows lack of commitment by somebody. By either one of them or both.
Does it?
You understand? It does. You have somebody for for most men, we're okay with that because men generally like space.
You're right.
Right?
You're right.
But women generally like to their loved one to be around most of the time.
Mm-hmm.
Which they tend to. So they tend to push for let's live together. So I find it strange they're in a relationship for 5 years and that they still don't live together. So they never took the next step. And it could be one of the reasons why the woman moved on. He said he took some time apart to deal with his mental issues, and mental health is very important if he's being honest. You know, mental health is important, and you have to do what you have to do to ensure that you maintain your mental health. But like some callers have said, it would have been good for him to have communicated that with her.
Yes, agreed.
Right? But at the end of the day, whatever her reason is, she's most likely gone. Yeah. And seeing what has happened in other people's relationship and a little experience of my own, once a woman starts to take space, whether she tells you or she's showing you,
out of there,
she's out of the door. And I think the woman should just come
clean,
come straight.
Yeah, agreed.
And just say, you know what, I'm not interested in you anymore.
Agreed, my brother. Agreed.
You know?
Now, there's one thing I have to correct her, and Missy did make a good point on the Facebook Live. She says to me, did she ask for space? To me, she didn't, and that's right, because the letter says, I asked her straight up something wrong with her. She says she's just overwhelmed, work, the child life. So he said, so I try to give her space. But that space started to feel like a goodbye in slow motion. So I believe what he's saying is that he had allowed her to do her thing and go through the motions and go through what she's going through. But she never asked for space in particular. She just used I use the term excuse loosely. She used the excuse of being overwhelmed with life.
Right. So that's a good correction. So in other words, she started to act some type of way, and then him noticing thought the best thing to do was to give her space based on what he would have wanted.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So she never asked. Well, that's true. You're right. She never asked for space.
But it still
that's
feels
even worse, Gassa.
But it still exactly. It still feels like the overwhelmed life child is an excuse, because if, according to the man, that he has been attending parent meetings, it's obvious according to him that he's a presence, or maybe a steady presence in the child's life. So when she says work child life, what does she mean? That should include him too, because obviously he's a part for the past 5 years. He's been a part of her life, which is her child and everything else. Maybe not living together. So how should you as a man even take that coming from her?
Well, first of all, I would have questioned her further. I wouldn't have given her space. I would be like, you know what, talk to me. What are you going through? I'm here for you.
You and I are the same, my brother.
Right? That's what I would have done. But I guess he did the treat me like I will treat you type of I will treat you like I want to be treated, by saying, well, if it was him, he would want some space. So he gave her some space.
Yeah.
Which is not what she wanted / needed. However, him saying that then, she had already committed all the things she had already committed based on the letter.
Yeah.
So him giving her space is not what has got them where they are. So something else has happened, which the letter doesn't specify.
Yeah, agreed. And he did state that he started acting away first. I mean, and I read the letter and I understood from his points that sometimes it may seem that you are not there or not present. But I look at my life as an example. You know, there are people that probably speak to every single day on WhatsApp, and there are times they won't hear from me for a whole day or 2 days or 3 days and whatever, and they're like, what's wrong? But sometimes your everyday life just gets overwhelming that you don't have time to communicate or to do the things that you would normally do, and that's a natural part of life. So I think ultimately that should have come down to communication on his part, and maybe he did mess up in the beginning by being distant and not really explaining why he was distant, or just letting them know, things a bit tough right now. I just need a little break and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But
another thing too, women just leave good men because they're not happy.
Yeah.
Women's happiness are the most important thing to them, not the relationship.
That is true. Well, to most of them, I can point to some women, unless their happiness is seeing a happy man in times, and I've encountered a few in my life already. So yes, there is that selfish part, but there are also women who are just happy when their man or their partner is happy.
Well, that's the best woman in the world.
Boy, let me tell you.
Next time if they work out for you, send them in my direction.
I don't think this one not going to work out at all. But thank you very much, my brother, for calling. We're going to read the letter in a bit because I'm seeing some people asking for the letter again. I thought it was boring. No people asking for it.
All right, cool.
All right, man. Take it easy.
Yeah, man.
All right. Okay, that was our caller. We're going to read that letter. In fact, we're going to take a break, and we're going to read that letter as soon as I get back. Remind you that Lettre is brought to you by Fruitsy CMOS, and I see a lot of interesting comments on the Facebook Live and, of course, on the WhatsApp. Someone says, women always complain that men don't talk or share their emotions, but why is it that these same women always give the silent treatment? Is that true, folks? You'll tell me when we get back.
And my girl, you know what they say about Fruitsy CMOS, eh?
Partner, you know what they say about Fruitsy CMOS?
My girl, you know what they say about Fruitsy CMOS?
Boy, that CMOS makes me score runs,
So what do the experts say about Fruitsy CMOS? Apart from tasting great, Fruitsy CMOS is full of natural goodness your body needs. CMOS is good for your skin, rich in vitamins and minerals, promotes and improves intimacy, boosts your immune system and lung function, suppresses appetite and increases weight loss, anti-inflammatory, and helps to improve blood count. CMOS is rich in nutrients, which boosts your metabolism and increases energy levels, and is grown, harvested, and manufactured right here in the community of Praland.
And that's what they say about Fruitsy CMOS. Unless you say something else.
Fruitsy CMOS, you know what they say.
I hooked on the taste of Domino's Pizza. I hooked on the flavor of Domino's Pizza. Always remember, nothing tastes better than Domino's Pizza. And what makes it greater is that we deliver service like no other. Prices are better. Always remember, nothing tastes better than Domino's Pizza.
Choose Domino's Pizza with locations in Rodney Bay, Caribbean Cinemas, William Peter Boulevard, and J4.
Dream big, make it your own. Home Sweet gets you any style of home.
Young professional, first-time home buyer, or career changer, BOSL Home Quest is your mortgage solution. Enjoy a waiver on fees, a 4.5% interest rate over 30 years, debt consolidation, and an unsecured $50,000 BOSL Visa credit card. Exclusive offer ends August 2025. Terms apply. Secure your future now.
BOSL.
This hurricane season, be outright prepared with BOP and win a generator or $300 in vouchers for 6 months when you purchase any BOP product. To enter, write your name and contact details on the back of your receipt and place in entry boxes in store. Entries close on June 30th, 2025. See in store for details. Be outright prepared this hurricane season and win a generator or $300 in vouchers for 6 months with BOP. Distributed by Acado St. Lucia Limited.
On Saturday, June 14th at the Pavilion in Rodney Bay, join Hollywood HB for a once-in-a-lifetime celebration as we journey through 25 years behind the decks and 15 years on stage as an artist.
We back on the road.
Hollywood.
It's Hollywood's house.
If you're rolling with me, holla.
June 14th, relive the vibes with timeless tracks. Hollywood's house. It's the biggest house party to hit St. Lucia. Get ready to dance, reminisce, and create new memories. Tickets are $80. VIP pay $200. Available at Sell Outlets and Four Circles online. Be part of the biggest house party. Hollywood's house. On Saturday, June 14th from 8 p.m. at the Pavilion in Rodney Bay.
Fresh styles just arrived at Access at Baywalk Mall. Your wardrobe upgrade starts here. From chic jeans and linen pants to flirty floral dresses, rompers, and stylish fashion sets, we've got everything you need. Rock brunch wear, sleek bodysuits, and stunning bodycon dresses in all sizes, including our 1+ size collection. Complete your look with must-have straw handbags and office bags. Find us at Access at Baywalk Mall for the moments that matter.
Are you in need of financial assistance? Look no further than Fix Limited. Fix Limited offers a range of loan solutions to suit your needs. Personal loans, refinance loans, debt consolidation loans, educational loans, and hospitalization loans. Our friendly team is ready to help. Visit us today and take the first steps towards achieving your goals. To get started, simply bring your job letter, 2 recent salary slips, and 2 forms of valid ID. Fix. Flexible, reliable, and committed to serving you. Firm and upright.
Friday, July 18th, Darren Sammy Cricket Ground.
All you put your hands in the air if you love sweet soca music.
Color Me Red.
Somebody say sweet soca music. Oh my gosh. This is the thing to change the world. Watch and sing the words with me. Go. When I'm feeling under the weather, you just make me feel sweet. I take cocoa tea using sugar, and together we are complete. Darling, me up. Only you alone can put fire back in the soul.
Early bird tickets are $135. General admission $150. VIP $500.
Color Me Red. Darren Sammy Cricket Ground.
I could never let you miss how she made. Miss how she made. Girl, I'm coming home, I will see you again. Oh, no, through these nights I'm dreaming.
Color Me Red.
Put up the fire. Bubbling, it's over. Crazy.
Friday, July 18th, Darren Sammy Cricket Ground.
Color Me Red. It's your cocoa tea and
Color Me Red tickets are available now at Steve's Barbershop, Radio Caribbean International, The Cell, TM Antoine Partners, Red Team members, and FourCirclesTickets.com. Color Me Red, the greatest love.
And yes, we're back with the final segment of Lettre for today, Wednesday, June 4th, 2025. 2025, and I am your host, Miguel Favre. Sorry, I was a bit distracted there for a moment. Someone just walked into the studio, a beautiful young lady. Alright, saying good afternoon to Solange James. How are you, my darling? Thank you for tuning in. And we are about to read that letter one more time as we're in the final segment. And I appreciate all the calls and messages so far. You guys are doing well. Alright, so here is that letter. Migs, sometimes I feel like no matter what you do, people has already make up their mind about you. I've been with this woman for almost 5 years. We don't live together, but we close. I there almost every day and her family know me well. Her mother even call me son. Things start off sweet. We were solid, real laughs, real support. She knows how to hold me down, and I not going to lie, I try to be there too. I help raise her little boy like he's mine. I go to parent meetings. I help with school fees. But I not perfect. I had moments where I pull back. Not because I was cheating or disrespecting her, but I go in through my own stress. Work hard, bills high, and sometimes I just want to breathe. I'm not the type that talks feelings all the time, so maybe I made it look like I didn't care. But I was still there, still showing up, still putting food on the table. She, on the other hand, start changing. First, it's less phone calls. Then I notice she always busy. We don't link like before. Even when I around, her energy different. I ask her straight up, something wrong with us? She says she just overwhelmed. Work, the child, life. So I try to give her space. But that space start to feel like a goodbye in slow motion. Migs, tell me how she start locking her phone. Tell me why when I call it's going straight to voicemail. Then she message hours later saying, sorry, I was in a meeting. I have a brethren who swear he see her at Laplace car park late one night sitting in a car with a man. I don't want to believe it, but too many little things adding up. I bring it up once, calm, and she flip. She say I insecure, I paranoid, and if I want to go, I free to leave. So now I stuck between two things. Do I walk away from a woman I still love just because she's changing? Or do I accept that I maybe wasn't showing love the way she needed, and now somebody else filling that gap? I know I could have done more, but I wasn't gone. I was still there. And Natalie says, in all seriousness, honest, when a partner asks for space in a relationship, it typically means that they need some time and emotional distance to recharge, reflect, or work through their own thoughts and feelings. This can be due to various reasons, such as feeling overwhelmed or stressed, needing time for self-reflection or personal growth, dealing with personal issues or conflicts, reassessing the relationship or their feelings. Asking for space doesn't necessarily mean the partner wants. But Natalie, that already sound chat GPT. You give a whole dissertation there. All right. What else? He said, Dudu Darling Myro says she simply returned his energy. Kelvin says, I suspect the man she was with in the car is a matlo. All right. Blackman says, why would she ask for space when she already had her eyes on being in the parking lot late at night giving riding lessons? Fresh cocoa tea, sweet. And that's not good for me. Not me, it could be a tree. I'm letting it out. Blackman says she locking her phone because she doesn't want her man seeing the passing grade her physical trainer gave her. All right, so someone says women give the silent treatment after they are tired of talking. All right, so a woman says, she says anonymous, I feel like mentioning your name. Anyway, 5 years, no real commitment. Right? You're talking about stress and you needing time, etc. If I was your girl, same thing. Give me space and time to secure my next relationship. Please and thanks. There are issues on both sides here. Start over, my dear friends. You will find love again. If not, call me. If not, call her. Is that to the man or the woman, my friend? Said, I'm sure the man's phone also locked. You cannot be sure about that. You cannot be sure. The man said the woman's phone locked all of a sudden. He never said he locks his phone. He just said he took a little a mental break, a mental health break. Yes, so lack of communication. Anissa says lack of communication on both ends, and I tend to agree. I like I said in the beginning, he should have, when he decided to take his own little mental health break, he should have at least let her know this. Hey, this is the situation, especially as y'all don't live together, and it's easier for you to take that break without having to notice. Contributor, let's not get into that petty argument. He also did not say his phone is not locked. Let's not. We understand what he said. He said that her phone is locked all of a sudden. There's nothing about his phone, so let's not bring in suppositions and things that were never mentioned in the letter. I think that he should have communicated that, especially as they do not live together, and it's easier for you to have that space. It's naturally created space already, since you don't live together. So it's not like you sleep, you're in the same room and you have no choice but to see each other every day. So from the very fact that there's some distance in your relationship already, and you're creating more distance, if you say you love that woman and you've been together for 5 years, and 5 years is a long time in a relationship, relationship wise. 5 years is a very, very long time. At one point I couldn't make it past 3, and 3 was with issues and with breaks. So we can cut it down to 2. But the point is that there's a right distance between you all, that you're not, by the virtue of you all not living together, you're creating even more distance without letting her know that you need a break. Then that's a problem. And I also agree with what some people said, that she may have been matching your energy. Maybe the last time you took a break was not recent, but maybe she remembers, and maybe that may have started the chain reaction of things that would have caused her to be distant with you. Remind you folks that you can call our WhatsApp line at 724-0008 or text it with your contributions. You can call our landline 452-3046 or check out our Facebook page on the official page of Radio Caribbean International. And I think we did read that comment about women give the silent treatment after they are tired of talking. Actually, you know what's funny is I know quite a few that they don't talk, but when they do talk, it is time for you to really check yourself and realize that maybe you made a mistake. There are women who just go with it, they roll with it, they'll take it, and then when they find it, they don't talk or complain, but when they do complain, I think it's worthy of taken seriously. And Anissa, I quite agree with you. It's a lack of communication on both ends. Mark says the cocoa tea has some essence added to it. But let's take a vote though. You think she cheating? Those of you on the Facebook, on the WhatsApp, if she was cheating, if you think she was cheating, give me a Y. If not, give me an N. Was she cheating? Or was it just coincidence? That's one for Y. Black man, I knew you'd say that, and trust a woman to say she's not cheating. We have one Y, one no, and we have, I think she has moved on. Cheating, maybe. So that's a yes. That's a Y. We have 3 Ys so far. 3 Ys. Jim Coco Snow could see she was cheating. The late Jim Coco Snow. Alright, and we have another woman who says not cheating. She says the man's emotional absence gradually wore down the relationship. Over time, his lack of availability led her to mirror the same detachment. After 5 years, she realized the relationship had grown stagnant. I saw that comment and I forgot to read it out. So let me read that once again. The man's emotional absence gradually wore down the relationship. Over time, his lack of availability led to her to mirror the same detachment. After 5 years, she realized the relationship had grown stagnant. And that person follows up by saying, not cheating. So that's all right. And someone says to me, Butu, at least he's showing some sort of regret in his tone. I think she's moved on, and so should he. So that's another yes. That's a yes. Okay. And Mark says, no, not cheating, doing her thing. So let me take account of that. So we have 1, 2, 3. She went to look for comfort. 4. I think that's a 5. 5. And one says not cheating, doing her thing. That's 6. We have 6 to 3 with the not cheating. And Lysander says she just needed a break from him. She just needed a break from him. So Lysander, what are you saying? She needed a break, but she's gonna go back? And yeah, I agree with you, contributor, that he's at least showing some sort of regret. I think in hindsight he realized what he may have done to exacerbate or to precipitate that situation. Maybe had he not been so distant, that she would not have felt that distance and decide to create her own distance. We have just about 10 minutes left to go with today's version of today's episode of Lettre, brought to you by Fruitsy CMOS. Kelvin says, I think she should do much better because she has a child. Agreed. And especially when you have a man showing so much interest in the well-being of your child. Anybody for that matter, whether it be a man or a woman, in both cases, you have a child and that person is showing interest in the well-being of your child. I think that person that's the right partner for you. If they're investing in your child, obviously they're investing in you and your future. Lysandra says she doesn't think she'll go back. And Sabina says she will not come back. Being in a relationship for 5 years, not living together, you would feel that the relationship is going nowhere. I wouldn't say that, I can speak from personal experience. It started out as a joke when I started seeing articles of clothing slowly making its way into my closet and this other bedside cabinet. With all the, and I'll joke and say, hey, you moving in? But the moving was never official until long after 5 years. And Tanya says, honestly, these two people are better apart. Move on. And Dudu says, but she's more into someone who's into her. And Anissa says, it's still comfort for her. And we have a call on the landline. Let's get to that call. Good afternoon, Lettre.
That's 5 years you do one daughter, you married one daughter yet. You want to live down 5 years and you married, you're not even living together. That's what they go to live down there.
So wait. They have a template. They have a template. Is there a template? Is there a structure? Is there a law that say that you're in a relationship, you'll have to live together?
3 years and heating is also talk about the marriage.
You say that?
Yeah, as long as the woman into it, now the woman maybe tell it nothing again, so the woman clocking out now, the relationship got megabytes left.
You know what? Megabytes? I'm sorry, you have no credit left. Yeah. Let me tell you married?
No, not yet.
Oh, not yet? How long you with your woman?
Aye.
You gotta give man chat and you're doing the same thing.
No, just 2 years going.
2 years going, so I expect by year 3 next year you call him
yeah.
But two. I get married. Bounty I drinking, eh? So what? Well, let me tell you before you go. Your advice for the writer. Talk to me.
Huh?
Your advice for the writer. Talk to me.
That's leave the person child alone.
That is it. You hear that? As simple as that. Leave the person child alone. Thank you very much, caller. Yeah. All right. Leave the person child alone. Oh wow. She says, my husband and I move in together after 2 years. That's Some people moving after 2 weeks. And Anissa says it's reciprocity. She matched his energy and everything went left. Natalie says she's just clearing her mind. She needs a mental break. She deserves that time to clear her mind. And Natalie, what do you suggest she does while she's quote unquote clearing her mind, taking that mental break? We have just about 4 minutes left for today's episode of Lettre. You still have time to call, comment. 724-0008 and 4523046. Sabina says 2 years. She and her husband moving together. But on a real, but I think I see people really pointing and focusing as well on the fact that they're together for 5 years and they don't live together. Is there really a hard and fast rule? Is it really the case? How long do you think is an appropriate time, or should not appropriate time? Is it mandatory? And after how long do you think it's mandatory that you finalize, in a sense, your relationship, or you solidify your relationship by moving in together or asking the person to marry or seeking marriage? Kelvin says the question is, where is the child's father? Isn't that contributing to the situation? Minding my business. Kelvin, expand on that for a bit as we have a little bit more time there, because we're down to our final 2 minutes. 724-0008. I remind you, those of you who have letters to send to us, even though we have a lot, but I know some of y'all have your own little stories that y'all want to share with us and the viewers. Write to telliwa@rcistlucia.com. 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 Send us those letters. Especially those of you that say the letters boring and you'll have a more interesting life. And then there we go. And Sabina says there is no time. It depends on the relationship and certain situations. Ding, ding, ding. Jackie says, no, there is no timeline. Not everyone wants to move in. And we're also going on the assumption that every woman wants to be married. Jackie, 90%. 90% of women want to be married. And 90% of that 90% want to be married ASAP. Alright, someone says, if you dated someone, I wonder if that's your status. I gotta go and search Facebook and find if that's your status. If you dated someone for 3 years and there's been no conversation about settling down, plot your escape. And what does that conversation entail? Because moving in is not settling down, eh? And neither is getting married. On the surface, yeah. And Kelvin, you say it says a lot. So I'm trying to understand whether you mean that the fact that there's no father present for the child, is that contributing to the situation, or is it the child's father around? The child's father is somewhere in the periphery and driving a wedge in that relationship. He may be the other person, the Laplace parking lot guy. Jackie dialed my 90% my statistics. Well, I don't doubt my statistics, 90% want to get married, and 90% of that 90% want to get married now. All right, so the idea of settling down is you have to discuss all future plans prior to moving in together. That's not how it works on my end, but it worked out well. Natalie says counseling, plan date night activities to strengthen the relationship, like taking a trip together, cruise, dinner, games night at home, etc. Lots more could be done, assuming that they have money. All right, folks. So this has been Lettre for today, Wednesday, June 4th, 2025. Listen, I'll look for a pool of our spiciest letters, because some of y'all give me power saying that spice, but not me I write the letters, it's y'all, if y'all relationships and your lives are not are boring, so the letters will be boring. All right, so anyway, thank you all of you. Thanks all of you for those who have made it here to Lettre once again for another interesting Wednesday. I'm hoping that next Wednesday we'll have a spicier letter, I'm sure, and you all tune in again. Thank you to my Facebook crew, always locked into the darling Myro, Anissa Solomon, Blackman Okulian, Kelvin Charles, Tia Joseph, Solange, James, Natalie, Kelvin, thank you, my brother. It was a good letter. Let me make sure I shout out our people. Natalie Gastor, Stephanie. Hey, Stephanie, I just seen you there, Team RCI. Hey, she lit. Stephanie Doodoo, sorry. I just seen you there. All right, Misty, Colin, thank you. Miranda, Nigella, Divine Deterville, and of course on the WhatsApp, my unofficial guest co-host for Golden Grooves, Tanya. Thank you for all your contributions. Gripper, Greg, my brother, Jackie, and Sabina, and Kish. Good afternoon to you. And of course, my brother Greg, of course, thank you again. Of course, it was good. Thank you for all your contributions. Tomorrow afternoon, I will be here from 3 to 3:30 to bring you Youth Unplugged, the voice of the millennials. And I have a very, very interesting young man with me tomorrow. I'm going to give you a little bit of a little background. See if in some Maureen time there, because she's taking a little snooze there. I'm going to go and wake up just now. All right. So tomorrow on on Youth Unplugged, we have Mr. Erlen Peter, and he's the CEO and founder of HP Harvest Limited, an agro-processing company that focuses on creating breadfruit and mango value-added products such as breadfruit balls, freeze-dried mango bites, and freeze-dried breadfruit slices. So I'll be speaking with Erlen tomorrow from the community of Miku, and we will have a chat about his life and how his business has been supported by the Youth Economy Agency. Don't forget Golden Grooves next Sunday as well. So for now, I am Miguel Favre, a.k.a. Butu, a.k.a. Migs, a.k.a. the fella with the eyes. Sign off until tomorrow. See ya.
And my girl, you know what they say about Fruitsissimo, eh?
Partner, you know what they say about Fruitsissimo?
My girl, you know what they say about Fruitsissimo?
Boy, that Simos makes me